and Joel, who is an 8-figure earner, was running the mastermind. How many of you guys heard of Joel Therian?
Me.
I heard
Me.
Okay, so pretty good guy. Um, I'm gonna tell you, that's probably one of the cheapest mastermind. Um, Under $10 a month. Have you heard of anything like that, Brahim?
No, that's crazy.
But let me
How
tell
often does
you,
he have? Does he have them once a month?
yeah, it's just
Once a
no,
month?
the training is the mastermind is every week.
Oh,
Um,
it's every week. Okay.
every week for under $10 a month, guys.
Oh yeah, that's a good deal. That's a real good deal.
Where you have a verified 8-figure and also a verified 7-figure earner, which is Chris and Tammy. So Chris Gingras and Tammy Seller.
I heard about that.
They've been in the networking marketing industry for almost 3 decades, and they've earned 7-figure after the 7th year.
Wow.
Okay.
And ever since then, they're about to become the first 7-figure income earner at Gap Back Up. So
I didn't hear you swing your arms around. No, I got over here and leaned against here and swung my arms and
hold on.
my back around.
All right. So pretty amazing stuff. My biggest takeaway from that mastermind last night, the man said, Joel said, start being interested and stop being interesting. How many of y'all understand that?
I do.
I've heard that before in network marketing.
How would you define that, Martha?
Let them talk. That's what the bottom line was. Ask them questions. It's called a form. You family, occupation, recreation, and I forget what M is, but those topics are things you ask them
Yeah.
about, appropriately. And the other one is lead.
You're correct. You're correct. Yeah. But to simplify the answer on that, okay, it revolves around something that all of us have heard. Everybody know this slogan that says, "Nobody care how much you know until they see how much you care."
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
so basically, when it says start being interested, is being interested in people. Okay?
Yes.
So that means
Yep.
that start caring where they are, who they are, and where they could go, rather than focusing on yourself, right? Or the other thing was being able to let people be heard and be seen, right? Where if someone comes to the community because they're in the interesting mode, that means they're not getting transformation. That means they're just here for information. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Information, guys, you can get through ChatGPT. You can get that through Google and YouTube, number 1 and number 2 search engine. You don't need a community for that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So this is very important. This is kind of like, he kind of hit it home and really touched my heart on this, because this is something that I live by for almost 3 decades. This is why we have folks like Cynthia, we have folks like Jeff that follow us for quite some time. Okay? And like Kathy here has been with us for quite some time too. Right? So you can see that we're not here to be part-time. We're definitely here to stay. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. Right? And I actually mentioned that today on the workshop. How many of you guys went to the workshop from Michelle? She's doing another 3-day workshop. Anybody attend it?
No.
Yeah,
I was there.
Martha. Okay, I think
Okay.
Dana was there. Were you there, Eldon?
I,
Oh, you're muted, Eldon. Oh, you were there, Breezy?
yes, I was there. I saw you.
Okay, good. And I'm gonna tell you where do I get most of it in there. So the first session, which is free, for me, it's like a review to make sure like I didn't miss anything the first time. Anybody remember here how many times I recommend for people to do something or watch or listen to something?
At
10.
least 5.
Yes.
5 times.
Five.
5 times minimum, right?
Oh,
So hopefully she will do this workshop 5 times. But I also listen to the recording, right? Did you have a question, Cynthia?
No, I was just responding. I was at the meeting, yes.
Oh, okay. That's all good. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. But guys, ladies, my biggest value is the VIP. Why? It's a level playing field. You can go in there, ask any question, right? Just don't bring no drama questions. So that's pretty awesome, right? And I think today's VIP was pretty amazing. I got a lot of clarity. I got a lot of validation on the things that we're doing. And you guys know something? We're the only community that's applying the same strategy of the workshop on steroids. The fact that we have it in 3 parts. But the reason we have it in 3 parts, anybody can tell me why we have it in 3 parts?
Was a freestanding cord is not easily broken?
No, it's because of our elite coaching group. So the elite coaching is like a mastery. In fact, we have several of you here that are getting amazing experience from the elite coaching because it's something that is not offered in the marketplace. Okay? So therefore, we have to have a free part, we have to have a main session part, and then we have to have the VIP part in order to get the same or better effectiveness than what has been presented from Michelle's side. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Now, who here has had anybody here want to share their experience with the elite coaching side of things? Good. You said something, Breezy?
oh yes. Oh yes. The level of which I'm absorbing. Well. Let me rephrase that. The level of which information is placed in front of me to absorb is a high level. Okay? And matter of fact, it's so high level that my brain is saying thank you 39 times because this information is allowing me to transcend. It's allowing me to change position, change the level. It's making me happy. It shows
That's not spam.
that I've
That's not spam.
missed a whole lot in the past or missed out on a whole lot in the past.
Wow.
And so I'm ready to run a 100-yard dash because the information that's been presented to me, it just is on such a different
3,000
level
miles.
that I really appreciate it, and it's making me a better student of this business, no doubt.
Awesome. We appreciate that. Eldon, you unmuted yourself. Did you want to say something?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I think that, your training brought me from just knowing a little bit about my computer to realizing that AI is so much more in the advance that I didn't think I was able to do or or that, but I've been watching a lot of videos about AI on YouTube, and it's exploding. You know, in the stock market and stuff, these AI companies are just going skyrocketing. And I think that, you know, your training, before I even saw the other YouTube videos uh, on TV and stuff, that it makes sense to me that if I want to continue making money in multi-marketing, this is the proper way to do it. And I appreciate your one-on-one training to bring me up to the speed that I am now. And I want to learn more and get better at what you're teaching me and doing. I'm opening up my mind to AI because I think this is the way of the future. This is the way of everybody should be thinking. And I think that with this individual training and that, we all will succeed in our goals of making money and doing things. But
Amazing.
thank you for teaching me and also Dana on the things that we should really know and how to do it.
Amazing. Amazing. Let me ask you this, Eldon. You got some years on us, man. But in business, have you seen anything like this in business in your years?
No, I have not. I have not. And I mean, you know, AI is going to be in our defense system. It's going to be in every part of our government, that it's going to make it so much better and save us money. And this program here is in the right direction to make us money.
Yeah, I agree. And I know, like Jeff here has been here for quite some time. Jeff, you want to add anything to that, Jeff? Oh, you're muted, Jeff.
No, that was pretty good. Okay, just all by itself.
What keeps you here, for Jeff? You've been with us for almost, if not already, a year, right?
You keep me here.
Did I hold a gun on your head?
Yeah, feels like it.
Tell me, what's your takeaway, Jeff? Besides me, what's your takeaway?
It's a great community to belong to. Okay.
Because you're part of a lot of communities, right, Jeff? You're part of a lot of communities, right?
Yeah, I am.
What makes this community different?
The people that are in it.
Awesome. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, guys,
How
you
do
know, this
you
is,
know that I'm in a lot of communities? I guess you see it on my computer.
you can see it on everybody's profile. But you do have an option in your settings to hide some communities that you want not people to see. You could do that. It's in your settings.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Okay. That was the main topic because it's really dear to my heart. But do you guys see the amazing from AI? This is work from AI.
Right.
This is Chat GPT that put this. If you know, well, why don't you share, Breezy? You were part of the whole thing. I actually, you know, you and I met together this morning, because we meet every morning, right? But what was your experience in terms of seeing all of this done from scratch?
Well, the first thing that jumped out to me is the ability that you had to create, well, the ability that you had to pull from Chat GPT, its ability to create a prompt in the way that you wanted the prompt to be. Okay, I mean, I'm not the way you want the prompt, the way you wanted the finished product to be.
Right.
And so maybe the first option or first result maybe needed a little tweaking or whatever, but you pulled it out of ChatGPT to the extent that you wanted it, and ChatGPT it responded in the way that you guided it to give you what you were looking for. And next thing you know, boom, there it was. So it was a combination of the capabilities of ChatGPT, but it was more so how you were the captain of the ship, like a big cruise ship or aircraft or something, in which you used your knowledge and experience to guide this vessel, the ChatGPT, to produce what it is that you wanted to produce to the T, to the point where when that result came from where you guided it, even you said, oh, wow, this looks good. Okay. And I mean, I've seen others try to guide ChatGPT in the past, but not the way you did it. Okay. Not the way you led it, not the way you guided it.
But I'm gonna tell you this, okay?
Okay.
I'm still considered a rookie, you know. I mean, I know Brahim has a lot more experience with ChatGPT. And then you also got my mentor, Melvin. He's a beast with the ChatGPT. So you guys see, it's a journey, right? It's a learning process. Okay. I don't want you to feel like, oh, this is something I can't do. No. I'm not speaking any different languages than you are. I just know how to find information, right? Between asking Google, asking YouTube, number one, number two search engine.
Yeah, and can I just interject one thing about AI, guys, especially when you're using AI chats and ChatGPT? What you gotta learn is you talk to it like you are talking to a regular human being. If you're talking, if say you guys were talking to a human being that had the most knowledge, and you just wanted to ask the question in your words, you don't have to be technical, you don't have to be anything. But if you guys actually start using it that way, I'm telling you, it'll tell you anything that you want to know, and it'll do anything that you want to do. Like, even if you don't know how to do something, ask it how to do it. Even if you don't know how to talk to it, ask it how to talk to it. If you guys don't know what prompt to use for in particular action, ask it for a prompt. And what will happen is you guys will start seeing that you can use it and you really don't need any technical background whatsoever. Because it does code.
There is one
does
technical,
coding.
Brahim, there is one technical.
What's that?
You have to be willing to ask.
There you go. That's it. You have to be willing to ask. That's it, guys. And I'm telling you, talk to it like it's your friend. Talk to it like it's a friend that has all the knowledge in the world, but they're down to earth and you can say anything that you want to say to them. If you take it from that angle, I'm telling you, you guys will use it for every little task that you need, and it'll save so much time. All right, I'm off my soapbox.
No, you good, bro. You good.
So
I want you guys. Oh, Cynthia, go ahead, Cynthia.
No, it's Jeff. When I
Jeff.
type stuff in, okay, I sometimes tell it to me like I'm in 5th grade.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So it breaks it down to a 5th grade level.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, 5th grade is too high, bro. I stick at 3rd grade.
Okay, stick at the 3rd grade. Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Cynthia. Hold on. Hold your question. Miss Cynthia was raising her hand. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that the inner circle and the one-to-one training that you offer is superb. I couldn't have made it this far without it. The hand holding, one of the things that has me hung up about ChatGPT is introduction to AI through NowSite was like playing in the sandbox. And then working with ChatGPT the way that I see you do it, I haven't adopted to that yet.
It's actually now site on steroids.
Okay.
Yeah, and the chat that they had in the chat that they had in Now Site, Cynthia, all it was using ChatGPT's API. But that's what I mean. Like when I hear you say that, right? You sound super intimidated. And that's what I'm trying. That's the wall I'm trying to break down for you. You do not have to be intimidated. Talk to it like you are dumb. Say you want to use it for something. I don't care what it is. Say, hey, I want to use you for this. How do I do it? I mean, that simple. And it'll tell you how you do it. You can tell ChatGPT, hey, I just started using you. I'm going to want to use you for this, and this. I need you to help me, and I need you to break it down like I'm a beginner. And it'll do it. I mean, like literally anything that's on your mind, just say it like that. Because I think what happens is people see what people can do with it. Like when I was creating the images, or when I'm creating code for an app, or whatever the case may be, people look at that and they're like, damn, that's super intimidating. But no, it's not, because all it is I asked it how to do it and it did it. That's what's so amazing about it. You know,
It's like learning English.
I appreciate you breaking it down like that. My mind has not accepted the fact that it's just like having an administrative assistant. She's new on the job. She just walked in the door. You got to tell her what you want.
Hey, Mom.
Right.
Hey, Mom. It's a dating issue.
Guilty as charged.
You ain't been dating me lately, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Seriously though.
Go ahead, Martha.
Well, when we first set up ChatGPT, it asks us questions about ourselves, to get to know us. Are we able to go back in there and add something?
Heck
It
yeah.
continuously. So you're talking about the ChatGPT site, right?
Yes, or anything that's like that.
So let me tell you how that works. Okay. Anything you ask or research, it adds to the data of your profile.
Okay.
It doesn't delete anything.
It remembers.
It remembers. Yeah. So like today, I went in, right? Let me show you. I went in and I asked ChatGPT regarding the topic, right? Remember, interested versus interesting, right? So I went in. I'm going back to the top of the chat because I actually went through this with Breezy, right? So I asked it to keep the branding and everything, and the only thing I started was PPP101 inner circle, right? So it started to break down the branding, the messaging, right? I asked it to do a description. It broke down description. I didn't like it. I told it to redo it and simplify it. Then I went down here and asked it to redo it again in X amount of words, right? And then I asked it to simplify it in X amount of characters. Okay. Then we got that down, right? And I took that description and put it on YouTube, right? So then I asked it to create a picture, and it created this for a thumbnail that you see on the YouTube for the last week's live. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Then I went down and I started to ask it to redo it. And then this one was actually the banner for the community YouTube. So this is what it came out to be this, you see? So this is the community banner for the YouTube channel, right? So then I went down for today, right? And I asked it to break down a video, a 60-second video regarding all the things that we're talking about. And then it forgot the income and the interested and the interesting. So I told him to flip the script because I needed the topic to be interested versus interesting, right? So it flipped the script and even defined it for me. And it's funny because when it defined it defined it exactly the way that it was taught to me, This alone blew Breezy's mind. Just this part alone, right? So then I ask you to go ahead and look, this is so good, guys. It says the secret, if you want to be truly unforgettable, do both. First, be interested enough to understand your audience, then become interesting by solving their problem in a way no one else can. How many of you guys feel about that with PPP?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's true.
So
Can I
you
ask
see,
my other question?
yes, go ahead.
You know, one thing you have said about your community in general is to earn money within the first 90 days, and I have not. And I
will correct you on that. You have.
What?
You've earned some reoccurring off of Rebecca and also off of Arlene. So you have earned some income.
Okay, well, thank you. And so, you know, I heard Amy say she is allowing herself 3 years to make, or she did allow herself 3 years to make money, but she made it a lot sooner than that. And in your big picture,
but with Amy, the part they don't tell you is their prior experience with the prior company, right? Which already built their following before legacy. They don't tell you that part. They're basing it ever since legacy started, but they've done a lot more before legacy started. You got to understand that part. That's the part that built their following.
Right.
Yeah, that's the truth, guys. I mean, most people that you see that are in network marketing or even digital marketing, these opportunities, they usually have some type of prior experience that makes it a lot easier for them to get started in the business. I mean, me and Kim both had networks, right? So when I found shut up, Cooper. When I found this opportunity, it was a lot easier for me to make money quickly because I had a warm market already. And that's what most of these people do. But when you guys are beginners, that's what you got to understand. There was a time where I never had a warm market, right? So I had to build that up to the point where I do have a warm market. So if you're one of these folks that have not been successful online, it's because you haven't put in enough time and built that network up. Because you can be one of those people just like Kim and I or Amy or any of them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, we don't look at the details, but if we realize, okay, if you follow what the platform teaches, what this community teaches, there's no reason for you not to earn within your first 90 days. And it doesn't matter whether even Rudy has earned, right? Even Eldon has earned. Eldon is probably earned the most. Cynthia has earned, right? So I mean, you can see. I mean, even Brahim in here, you know, he's referring people, and he's got so many people that are close to coming into the inner circle, which will allow him to earn income. You see, I mean, the only time you cannot earn from this community is you're just not doing anything that the community teaches. That's really the only time. And if you, for some reason, haven't earned in 90 days, you ask yourself, number one, have I plugged in? Number two, am I walking? Am I running? Or am I flying? Most of the people who are earning income quick are flying. A few are running, but I don't know anybody that is walking, earning income quick. Because when you're at the walking stage, that means you don't really trust the community yet. You're still exploring. You're still trying to see if the water is warm or the water is cold. You haven't jumped in both feet yet. You're still tiptoeing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you go into the inner circle, and just the inner circle, let me tell you. Number one, you fall under one or two categories. Either you have an active subscription in inner circle, or you have an inactive subscription in Inner Circle. We're starting to have some of those, right? So guess what? You got to ask yourself, am I A or am I B? That's called the A-B test. Now, let's say I have a subscription. How much of the benefit, how many recurring income am I taking advantage of out of the 23 plus? Is that make sense, guys?
Yep.
You see? And you haven't got to the flying yet. But you're in the flying and you're not earning money, and you go back and ask yourself the previous question I just asked, there's a good chance the finger is pointing at you, not the community.
Well, I wasn't blaming the community.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying the community was designed that way. Does that make sense? The reason the community was designed that way, if somebody choose to leave, we don't hold them hostage. But we want to make sure they leave because of their own personal reason, not because the community has done something wrong. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
That's the way you set up a community. Now, I can't tell you that the bigger community is set up that way, because that's also why there's a lot of negative online about it. Does that make sense? But that's normal, because the bigger you become, you cannot go around the negative. There's always going to be a hater. Let me tell you a secret about the haters. The haters are the one that pay your bills. How many of y'all believe that?
Haters pay your bills.
Yep.
It's
Let me
free
tell you. Hey,
publicity.
Brahim, why don't you tell them why the haters pay our bills?
They do. Because it's just like you know, negative publicity and positive publicity, they're both good because they're publicity. You know what I'm saying?
And they draw engagement.
Yep.
Engagement is what pay your bills. Okay? How do you draw engagement? Conflict? How many of you guys understand conflict? Right?
Yep.
Controversy. Positive or negative.
Yep.
And guess what? We're online. We get paid based on how good you create engagement. Engagement triggers algorithms. Algorithms give you traffic. Your content make connections. Connection equal, anybody want to finish that?
Equals money.
Currency.
Currency, correct. Correct. Here's another one, guys. What does structure equal?
Anya, it's time for Gordon to have a serious one-on-one talk with Joe.
Structure equal freedom. That means that when you have your day structured, you put a time clock and say, I'm going to be done with this in X amount of time and move on to the next thing and move on to the next thing. That means you have your schedule structured, similar to time blocking. You see, we teach you time blocking, but time blocking is only 40% of the battle, guys. Anybody know what the 60% of the battle?
Executing.
Executing what you commit to time block to. Can you do that and eliminate all the distractions? You guys feel me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very important. See, the first commitment is to set the time aside. But you know, there's people that set the time aside and they ignore the time that they set aside. That means you're not coachable to your own schedule. That means that your time is not valuable enough to you. So if your time is not valuable to you, why should we be valuable to your time? Bet, right? That's the first step. Second step is you value your time, but you got to learn the skill to have others value your time. Anybody know the way you do that?
Calendar.
You have people fight for your time. That's how they value your time. That is the reason why for the last 2.5 decades, almost 3 decades now, I only do 30 appointments a week. I am set to that. Why? Number one, your appointments should only be 30% of your schedule. That equals to you having a life. What is the other 70%? 70% is between your faith and your personal time. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Now let's go see your circle of friends. How many can you say in your circle of friends that spend 70% of the time away from work?
Nobody.
No, because they're still chasing the dollar. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't own their calendar, right? Probably don't value their time to where they expect others to value their time. And they don't have a personal life. That's, guys, 90% of the world. Do you think we have a market for what we do?
Yes, definitely.
Big market. Does it feel like we're competing with DGC?
No.
Absolutely not. We're in a whole different market. You know, like today, I did my assignment with the community builder workshop. I didn't really do that the first time. This time around, I actually paid more attention. And I think part of the reasons is because I only had one computer, so I couldn't get distracted with doing multitasking. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I felt so good doing the assignment because I went in, guys, and let me see. Perfect customer profile. So I did my assignment here to find out who is the perfect customer for our communities, combining inner circle and PPP. It broke it down to me. Okay. Then I asked her to simplify it. Can you give me different version of it? Right? Boom. Just like that. Right? Can you break it down for me? But guess what? Clarity of who the audience is. That's very important. Because now that you have clarity, you know who you're speaking to. See, the name of my perfect customer is Jasmine. You should have a name for your perfect customer. Whoever you want your avatar to be. Does that make sense? Jasmine is a single parent, also grandparent, okay, that just want more for her family, that just want to be able to make ends meet, not have to look at the bank account before making a purchase, not having to look at the bank account before taking a vacation. See, question is, do you know who your perfect customer is? Who are you speaking to when you're creating your content? I know Brahim knows who his perfect customer is. I know Rudy has an idea of who his perfect customer is, but this is things that you have to work on with ChatGPT. Now, how did ChatGPT come up with this? It's because of all the things I've done in projects and content. To answer your Martha's question, it doesn't delete anything. It keeps everything you've done ever since you opened your account. That's the biggest difference between here and now site. That's to answer Cynthia's question. Yes, agreed with you. Now site is less intimidating. But the reality is it has what we call what is it that when you forget it has Alzheimer's. Because if you don't go back to it,
the memory would run out on now site. It wouldn't remember everything.
Exactly. But here, it doesn't forget a thing. You can actually go in here and you can search it up. You can search your chats. That's amazing. I can't search my chats on outside. Once it's gone, it's gone. If you log out and you log back in, that stuff is gone. Does that make sense, guys? Now, do you guys have a clear understanding on that? Right? You see? So this is important because you can see that when I went into the inner circle and I did my content, right? It helped me create this video. So what I do, I copy and paste it on a Word document so that I can have it to record myself. And now here's the video. This is the next video that you guys are about to see go out. Is that pretty amazing? Right? So you can see here, from here, this is the hook, right? Then you go from the hook, you got the rest of the hook. Then you got the backstory, right? And now I'm working on the pain point. But you see, when it goes here, all I did is, how many of you guys can copy and paste?
Yeah.
All I did is copy
Everybody.
this. Look, I copied this and I went into the element and I paste it right here. I didn't do anything different or special. And I just hit enter on my keyboard and it came up with all the choices. As you can see, this right here is the video that is right behind me. I didn't create it. It came from Canva. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's that simple. So what I teach you guys, I do on a daily basis. And then what I do is I leverage what I call tested and proven tools. Here's the tools that I use. I use Canva, ChatGPT. I've learned to use another tool that's becoming something that I'm falling in love with, which is called Descript. Descript is amazing, okay? When you start seeing people sliding in like screenshots, like they're doing a training and stuff like that, they're using Descript. And Descript increases the accuracy of your what did they call that thing? Your what did they call the thing that they type on the thing every time you speak?
Captions.
Captions.
Yeah.
It increased the accuracy of your captions without you having being a teacher. It also helps you eliminate all the dead words. You know, how many of you guys are familiar with what we call dead words? Like right? All that stuff. It will eliminate that and shorten your video for you. And it'll even go back and correct it for you. Guys, it's amazing when you leverage the right tools. And then how do I make the appearance look amazing? It's CapCut. So that's it. Those are the tools that I use to create my videos. Now, let me tell you why I use YouTube, okay? This is our personal channel. As most of you guys know, I separated my personal channel versus my community channel. If you look at here now, the wall is clean. First video is up. First long form video is up, right? But guess what? It separates to keep the clarity of the channel. Now I'm on a mission because I'm going to fill up this wall here in a week. This entire wall is going to be filled up in a week. But what am I doing? I'm not creating new videos except unless I need a specific topic. What I'm taking is I'm taking my old videos and then plug them into ChatGPT and start asking questions. Why did this video perform? Why did this video not perform? How can you make this video or change the content to make it perform better? Can anyone ask those questions to ChatGPT?
Yep.
So you take your crap and you turn it into a diamond. But what did you do in the process? You learned. And then some of you even earned. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, this is the part, whether we like it or not, that is not being taught. Is that pretty accurate, Raheem?
Yeah, I would agree.
It's not being taught at this level. It's like, let me give you the idea. Let me give you a few nuggets, but go figure it out yourself.
Yeah, like they have a lot of the tools in there, but it's really more up to you to go in there and take the modules, but you don't have anybody to really ask questions to other than ChatGPT
or the community. But when you ask the community, then you got a million people who are trying to sell you by answering your question.
Yep.
That's the only reason they're doing it. They're not doing it because they have interest in you. Does that make sense?
Kim?
Yes.
Are you saying that if I go on ChatGPT and just do all the tutorials and then I go to the Descript and learn all what's there, I can learn how to do what you do? Does everybody in our community know how to do that already except me? Because
well, right now we've been focused more on teaching you guys how to promote the community. Now, anybody know why the community rather than your website? Because if not, I've got the perfect person that can jump in and share with you his aha moment.
Because of the affiliate money you can earn quicker than you might get on a sale?
Go ahead, Breezy. You're the man, man.
Okay.
Tell him what you understood today.
I understood how explicitly a person can promote the program and themselves on a limited basis and not have all the tools that somebody else may have because of the simplicity and it's direct. The community is a heck of a community. It's not something that just is a fly by night. More and more every day, another piece of another piece of the onion gets peeled back, and I'm absorbing these pieces when they're getting peeled back to see that this community is a diamond. It really is. Okay, now there's other communities out there, but this community is really a diamond. And from what's been rubbing off on me, I'm gung-ho more and more every day. And I made a huge leap today in understanding the big picture of this community. This community is awesome, man. It's really awesome.
So why people, okay, why people will come to you? Number one, you got to understand what is a community cell. Anybody know what's a community cell?
Community.
It's them subscribing as you being the referred, right? That's a cell. It's called a free cell, right? But that free cell comes with value, right? Value. They're not going to opt in your video link, right? And the only link you should be using, honestly, okay, is I'm getting ready to have a team on the HBA where you guys are going to be able to upload the funnel and have it go directly to your list. Okay? I'm working on that right now. Matthew and I are working on that. Okay? So, why use that funnel, which right now is elevatewithppp.com? Okay? Because right there and then, you know that referral can never be taken away from you. How many of you guys believe that?
Yes.
Amen.
Because of the way this community is set up. there's two checkpoints. The funnel, which the squeeze page, and when they come into the free community, it's going to ask them the same 3 questions to verify. That's our way of doing authentication. Rather than, how many of you guys get tired of Google authentication?
All of us.
Google authentication is a pain in you know what.
Yep.
The reason we do it through the funnel and the community is so that you didn't have to do it through Google authentication. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's kind of like a community measure, right? But once you come into the community, your biggest ticket, your biggest asset, guys, okay, is when they go here to the classroom modules, they're going to see where to start. So they're going to at least learn how to refer. Is that pretty important?
Yes.
That's your bread and butter, guys. It's like this. I joined XYZ company, but I don't know how to sign up somebody. What good is it? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, once I know what good it is, I need to know what kind of transformation I'm going to get out of it. So now you get your first dab. Your first dab is after the transformation, where can I get more value to go from walking to running? This is your first dab right here. These 2 modules is your first dab. Your second dab is the resources. So I'm in the process of restructure the resources where all the resources will be locked so that when you click on them, we'll know who to allow to go to which resource based on their membership. Does that make sense? There's no point of me sending you to Gap Backup if you don't have Gap Backup. There's no point of me sending you to HBA if you don't have HBA. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that way, you only have access to what you need to know. But if you want to learn about it, there will be enough information for you to learn about it. That means you'll be going through a funnel, and that funnel will have a squeeze page with a video and everything that you need to know, which is going to give you the 30,000-foot view of whatever that tool is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the end of that funnel gives you the option to opt in. And how is it going to opt in? Pretty simple, guys. When they go here, right? When they go here to, hang on a second. I clicked the wrong one. When they go here, there's only 3 places to go, guys. Not legacy customer, self-explanatory, right? All legacy builder members, self-explanatory, right? But guess what? Either way, it's still going to make sure that let's start right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And when they go there, guess what? We know that's what keeps our community safe. Let me show you how easy it is. Let's say you're trying to get a quick access to whatever service it is. If you go here, take legacy out, and then put inner, just put .com. .com is inner circle. So that's the inner circle. Is that easy? Right? Let's say I go here and I put HBA. Guess what? This is the HBA page. If I go in here and I put GBU, is the Gap Backup one. So it doesn't matter. Whatever service, tool, product, or affiliate, we want to make sure that you get credit for it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
There's a reason why I designed it this way, based on learning from other people's mistake. Everybody clear on that? This is really important, okay? This is what allows me to create videos like this on a very simplicity. But YouTube, The shorts apply just like TikTok. Okay? So at the end of the day, the long form, okay, is a little different. Long form would be 5 minutes or more, right? You don't have to post every day. In fact, the long form is recommended no more than 3 times a week, but preferably once a week. So that the videos don't compete with one another. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
YouTube pushes your video out 3 times. 24 hours from the video is uploaded or created, which is why it's important that you get your thumbnail out quickly, your descriptions quickly. And your descriptions has to basically tell a story step by step with multiple call to actions for people to have multiple chance to get on your list. Because what is the purpose of being on social media at the end of the day?
To share.
Build your list.
Yep.
There's two lists that you should be building. Your email list and your SMS list. SMS might seem like pricey right now. It is. But it doesn't hurt to have it for later use. Does that make sense?
What do you mean by that, please? The SMS list, that's our contacts in our phone?
SMS, if you
list.
manually do it yourself, it's not expensive. It's part of your phone service, right? But if you use tools to SMS multiple people at the same time, right? If you have a list, eventually your list is going to have 100, 1,000, tens of thousands of names. If you got time like that to go and SMS 10,000 people, that's great. But for me, time is money, right? So guess what? When I leverage the tools, it's not cheap. Like for right now, 3,600 texts, I pay about $150 per month. Okay? But down the road, you're going to have more text because